will win and must win with a big landslide. That's something that he has assured the country and the supporters across the country, that in as much as people talk of the next general election, in as much as we see aspirants coming out on a daily basis and trying to say that they are the best candidate from different political parties, then coming to the broad-based government with the UDM and ODM at large, the team is ready and they will win the next general election. They only need supporters from different individuals, but according to them, they are the best team that must win. Now, ODM has been also stated that ODM stands for inclusivity, it stands for justice, and that's something that President William Samoei Ruto has been also standing for, and therefore, the team did not only unite because of the political ambitions, or rather the entire having got no options from the ODM side, but the team rather united because they believe they can transform the country. They have got the same agendas, they have got the same ideologies, they have got the same vision, which is to transform and make a Kenya a better country than what it was before or earlier on. The ODM party leader also said that in the current government and the next government that is going to form with the broad-based government, no individual is going to act perhaps as a shareholder. There is no shareholding in this particular country, and they are working hand in hand to ensure that the country remains stable and no part of the country is left behind at any point, because the country belongs to each and every individual. And being that the president is a unifying factor for representing the entire country, they are going to ensure that there is development in all parts of the country, and when given that opportunity, the country will be transformed generally. Let's refer to what the president had to say. Remember, tomorrow the president will be addressing the nation on the plan and the vision he has for the country in 2060. Now, this is also something that individuals are really expecting, and what he talked of yesterday. When you look at the past general election that we've been having in our country, then you look at it and say that perhaps, in as much as people would talk of a peaceful election, then there are some elements that have been seen that doesn't necessarily embrace the peaceful election. And the president has talked that let's individuals forget about the past. The next general election that will be done on 10th of August coming next year, it's going to be a peaceful election. It's going to be a credible election, and of course a transparent election. This is some of the requests that have been being made by the DCP party leader. If you look at what Rigathi Gachagua has been also asking, even in the last by-election that happened in all Kalau constituencies, he talked of the IEBC to ensure that the election is transparent, the election is credible, the election is peaceful. And the president just confirmed to the nation yesterday that people shouldn't worry. People needs to be given an opportunity, but again, we shouldn't have got an idea of carrying what happened in the last general election, but instead we should focus in the future. And the next general election is going to be the most fair general election that has never been witnessed before. He has also talked of winning the next general election, and the team is sure of winning the next general election. He has assured each and every individual that let the interested parties come to the ballot and accept whichever the outcome that will come, the outcome that will be from that particular ballot that will be held coming next year. Remember, the chairperson of ODM, Honorable Gladys Wanga, also talked of in some few in like a month ago, he talked and asked the DCP team, or rather the opposition team also, that people are going to have an election next year, and just in case the president emerges the winner, then individuals or the opposition and the supporters and their supporters at large need to know that they have to treat this as also fair and credible election, because nobody is not like nobody is not like guaranteed to a must win, and therefore if suppose the president emerges the winner, and because this is something that they are always sure of, then it should also be considered as credible election, and people must accept the result. Now, going on, you realize is that in as much as people are trying to preach peace, in as much as people are talking of unity, in as much as people are asking the supporters to come out, in as much as supporters are also asking individuals, or rather several aspirants, to come out and vie for this particular position, then it is not yet communicated that it has not been announced the exact day that individuals need to begin campaigns. But we've seen campaigns going on across the country. We've seen individuals going out for several rallies, which of course is against the constitution. But now, when we see on what's happening in the broad-based government and compare it to what's happening in opposition, we've seen like in opposition side, the individuals, in as much as these people are trying to come out and speak one voice, in as much as these people trying to be united and just have got a one presidential candidate as wish of most of them, then we've also seen individuals coming out and saying that with them, they are not like perhaps they are not in good terms with what perhaps the DCP party leader always said some times back. But now, should this individual, this particular political party leaders come out and perhaps have got an agreement with the team, so that they ensure that they really have got one candidate? Are this entire team going to be united? What's really going to happen next if suppose they don't be united? Remember, the broad-based government, as we've seen severally, the team has been speaking one voice there, in as much as the ODM side has made some of the demands that they're looking into. Then these teams, the president has also been responding to that positively, and they are trying to show as perhaps love and unity. The team is always standing firm. We've never witnessed any disagreement between the broad-based government and the ODM. So we just see that in the team, the name that they gave out in these committees that they provided each and every party, we will see on what are they going to perhaps come out with, what are they going to be their solution. Remember, the team is going to sit and also discuss on what the ODM have, the 50-50 issue, and we will see if suppose they confirm that ODM team is going to be given, ODM party is going to be given the deputy party leader the deputy presidency seat, then we will also have to see. Remember, the team is working on to having got the agendas of the same that is going to bring the country together, that is going to perhaps improve the country and ensure that there are everything that matters for citizens are put into action. We've seen the president handling on matters health. We've seen the president chipping in and trying to have got a solution on what's really going to how health services are going to be handled just in case of any emergency. We've seen the president chipping in on matters education, where the president is working on having got a free education at the university level, and this is something that of course will also have to improve the countries, and of course giving learners, each and every qualified learner, an opportunity to carry on their career and not being neglected in the community because of lack of school fees. Remember, this is also something that individuals have been working on. We've seen several presidents coming out with solutions as far as education is concerned. They have been ensuring that perhaps, in as much as the country needs to be to be developed at large, then there are ways also to ensure that the country doesn't just stop at one point, but in case giving an easy life to the Kenyans at all time. Now, when we suppose it is passed in the National Assembly and learners, we have got a free education at the university level, then of course that's something that we will also have to appreciate. Now, these things comes on a daily basis. We've seen the president trying to launch some of the development across the country, and this is something that these are things that we must acknowledge and to see on what's really going to happen. We've seen also the president having most visitors in the State House, and this is something. Last week we saw several individuals where we had got the Friends Church, known as the Quakers in the State House. We saw the village elders team being in the State House. And several individuals. We also saw the private security individuals also being in the State House, and this is something that that is bringing like trying. Perhaps the president is also trying to continue that it doesn't just only talk of unity as a word, but of course putting it into action. When we see these individuals perhaps going to the State House, when you look at some of the things that that they talk of in State House is like. They shouldn't be neglected at any point. They always try to air their grievances, and the president has been responding to them and saying that in the government, in the current government and the next government, where if he wins as the president, he will continue to serve the country and ensure that nobody is neglected in this particular country, and no part of the country at large should anyone practice racism at any point. The government is working not to favor any individual as compared to others, but generally to favor each and every one in the nation, so that the country can be a peaceful country. Now, talking of just what's still going on, we are experiencing individuals continuing perhaps to campaign in different countries, and the question is perhaps what's really the plan of these particular individuals, because again the opposition team needs to be united, and the only way that perhaps they can face the president in the coming next general election is by ensuring that the number they combine the numbers that they do have to form one team, so that at least it gives them a positive number. When you look at the ODM, it is always considered as the largest party because of the numbers that they do have. And just to confirm what the party leader talked of, that they are trying to remain firm. But now the question remains, in as much as they have got the number, remember Linda Mwananchi is just part of the ODM team, and now in as much as they do have got the number, is the number still constant? Do they still have got the 100% of the numbers that they had, or are there some of the individuals that have joined the Linda Mwananchi team, therefore leading to the decrease in the number of the supporters that they do have? We believe that we can win as individuals, but we only win when we are united and forms one party. Let's just look at, if suppose the opposition team unite, then we will expect a lot from them. But in case they don't unite at all, due to perhaps differences in ideologies, or rather difference in perhaps what they look into as far as leadership is concerned, then we will also have to say that we will also have to see on what's really going to happen if how many candidates are we going to have in the next general election? Remember, we've not heard from several individuals on what's their own view. Suppose that they are also coming together at the position and join the team to nominate just one candidate, or what's going to happen. Remember, we've not heard, of course, from also Martha Karua, who is also an icon and, of course, the greatest leader that we must always acknowledge in the country. We've not seen if suppose she is going to support any individual, or rather she will also be in the ballot. We are expecting also to see on what the Jubilee Deputy Party Leader will have to say, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, if suppose he will be in the ballot or try to find a team and join. Remember, he has also been advocating for individuals, the opposition team being a united team. we will also be looking into that. We've also seen the former Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, David Maraga, who has also been campaigning and rather having some having some rallies across the country, and also asking the opposition team to be united in case these individuals unite. So whom are they going to really support? Because we've also seen the Linda Mwananchi, one of the leaders in the Linda Mwananchi, and the current senator of Nairobi County, Edwin Sifuna, who has been also campaigning like on having some rallies across the country in most of the counties, and he has been trying contributing from the ordinary Kenyans. The supporters have been trying to contribute to support him. Now, if at all he also makes a decision of going for the presidency seat, remember he has not made a decision of whether he is going for that presidency seat or rather going for something else. That's of course perhaps the senator race for the second term in Nairobi. He has not made a clear decision. But people, when you look at what the supporters have been saying, Mimi ndio Sifuna, Sisi ndio Sifuna, then they are also giving a vibe of having hope in Edwin Sifuna to be the presidential candidate. And at any point, we will also have to see, is it going to really happen, and under what circumstances are these really going to happen? A lot is going to happen as far as election is concerned. We've seen this before. This is not the first time. We will see several individuals from different political parties coming together, and just to see also some individuals also coming out from several parties, and all in all, everyone will be given an opportunity to see on what's their own move. The IEBC gazetted on what's really expected from this particular leaders, or the particular aspirants. And you see, when we talk of the presidency, talking of they talked of 6.1 billion, and you see such amount is somehow to an ordinary Kenyan it might be huge, but also generally looking into it, 6.1 billion is a lot of money, and we will have to, these individuals, in as much as they will also have an eye, or rather look into going for that particular race and winning, then they will also have to perhaps share with the country, with the supporters also, on how did they come into such a contribution, how did they manage to have such amount. And as days goes by, also we'll have to see individuals also coming out and see on what their own interest will be. Coming to you live is the hot seat with me, Dedan Jack Ariwi Uma, aka Nyundo. This is Swechotv, the leading TV station that would encourage each and every individual to watch at all cost. Never hesitate joining this particular team. Remember to give us your comment. Remember to share with us anything that you do have, just in case of also interviews. You reach us in all social media platforms, Swechotv Kenya. But of course, you can also email us at swechotv@gmail.com. This is the best TV station to be. Remember, at 1 p.m. we will be bringing to you the we will be giving you the lunchtime news, and of course at 3 p.m. we shall have the lounge with Monica Lewinsky. Later on at 5 we shall have the three-legged school with none other than Faith Otieno and Chacha Tobias. This is one of the best shows that you should never miss here at Swechotv. Thank you so much for keeping it here in Swechotv, and enjoy the rest of your day.
For the next election and constitute a coalition to contest the 2027 general election. The team's mandate will be to identify our common priorities, harmonize ideas.
And President Ruto has also welcomed ODM with two hands, because he knows that ODM not only brings numbers, but it brings quality. We came to this coalition not because we are unable to fill the presidential candidate. Those who thought that ODM was going to be swallowed, I tell them, oh, that we are damn serious about this. We are not joking. We are going to win the next election by a landslide.
we are going to have a peaceful election, have no doubt whatsoever. We are going to have a peaceful, credible, transparent election.